Life doesn't come with a manual, but it does come with a lot of lessons. Welcome to the Reality of Life podcast. Just call me Reality of Life, and on this show, we break down what it actually takes to build a life you love without settling. In this episode, I'm going to share about reality of life. Always be ready to survive alone. Some people suddenly change. Today, you're important to them. Tomorrow, you'll be nothing to them. That's the reality of life. When Arjun was 23 years old, he believed that loyalty was permanent. He grew up in a small town where everyone knew each other. His father was a bus driver, and his mother stitched clothes from home to support the family. Life was never easy, but Arjun had something many people envied: good friends. There were 4 of them who were inseparable: Arjun, Samir, Rahul, and Vikram. They studied together, dreamed together, and promised each other that no matter where life took them, they would never forget one another. "We rise together," Samir would often say. "And if one falls, the others will pick him up," Rahul would add. Arjun believed every word. Years later, they moved to the city searching for success. Arjun worked day and night. While others spent weekends enjoying themselves, he took extra shifts and learned new skills. Slowly, he became the backbone of the group. Whenever one of his friends faced a problem, Arjun was there. When Samir couldn't pay his rent, Arjun lent him money. When Rahul lost his job, Arjun helped him find another one. When Vikram's mother became ill, Arjun emptied his savings to support the treatment. Each time, his friends thanked him and promised they would never forget his kindness. Life seemed perfect. Then everything changed. One afternoon, the company Arjun worked for suddenly collapsed due to financial fraud committed by its owners. Hundreds of employees lost their jobs overnight. Arjun was among them. At first, he wasn't worried. "I have my friends," he thought. The same friends he had helped countless times. The same friends who called him a brother. But reality had different plans. When Arjun called Samir for help, Samir said he was too busy. When he contacted Rahul, Rahul didn't answer. When he visited Vikram's office, the receptionist told him that Vikram was unavailable. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. The calls stopped. The messages became shorter. Then silence arrived. For the first time in his life, Arjun felt completely alone. The people he once considered family had disappeared. His savings ran out. His landlord demanded rent. His phone was disconnected. Some nights he slept hungry. Other nights he sat on a park bench wondering how people could change so quickly. He remembered every sacrifice he had made, every favor, every sleepless night spent helping others. Yet when he needed support, nobody stood beside him. The pain wasn't financial, it was emotional. The realization that people he trusted most had quietly walked away. One rainy evening, while sitting under a bus stop shelter, Arjun met an elderly man selling tea from a small cart. The old man noticed his sadness. "Why do you look like you've lost the world?" he asked. Arjun smiled bitterly. "Because I trusted people." The old man laughed softly. "No, you trusted expectations." Arjun looked confused. The old man continued. "When you help someone, do it because it is right. Never assume they will do the same for you. Some will, many won't." Those words stayed with Arjun. The next morning, instead of waiting for help, he decided to rebuild. He took any job he could find. He delivered food. He cleaned warehouses. He worked construction shifts. He studied at night. Little by little, he regained confidence. Years passed. The struggle made him stronger. Eventually, Arjun started a small logistics company with just one used van and a borrowed laptop. He worked harder than ever. Slowly, customers increased. Then contracts increased. Then profits increased. Within 8 years, his company had become one of the most respected regional businesses. People began noticing him again. Among them were his old friends. One day, Samir called. "Brother, it's been so long." A week later, Rahul wanted to meet for coffee. Soon, Vikram suggested a reunion. Arjun smiled. Life had come full circle. They met at a luxury hotel. His friends talked as though nothing had happened. They laughed about old memories. Then the real reason emerged. Samir's business was failing. Rahul needed investment. Vikram wanted a partnership. Arjun listened quietly. Finally, Samir said, "You're successful now. Friends should help friends." The table fell silent. Arjun looked at each of them. For a moment, they expected anger. They expected revenge. Instead, he smiled. "I'll help." Their faces brightened instantly, but not in the way you expect. Confused, they listened. Arjun opened his briefcase and removed 3 envelopes. Inside each envelope was a check. Not a huge amount. Just enough to solve their immediate problems. The same amount each of them had refused to lend him years ago. Arjun placed an envelope before each friend. "Take it," he said. They stared in embarrassment. Then Arjun continued, "When I needed help, I learned the most valuable lesson of my life. I learned how to stand alone. If you had helped me then, I might never have discovered my own strength." None of them could look him in the eye. The guilt was obvious. Then came the twist. Arjun revealed something they never knew. During the years they ignored him, he had never truly hated them. In fact, he had secretly investigated what happened. He discovered that Samir was drowning in debt and hiding it from everyone. Rahul was supporting his entire family after his father became disabled. Vikram had lost most of his savings caring for his sick mother. Each had been fighting battles they never shared. Their silence wasn't entirely betrayal. Part of it was shame. Part of it was fear. Part of it was their own survival. At that moment, Arjun understood a deeper truth. People don't always leave because they stop caring. Sometimes they disappear because they are struggling themselves. Sometimes they are selfish. Sometimes they are weak. Sometimes they simply cannot carry another person's burden. That realization removed the bitterness from his heart. As the evening ended, Arjun paid the bill and walked outside. The cool night air felt peaceful. For years, he thought his greatest lesson was that people change. But the real lesson was bigger than that. People change. Circumstances change. Relationships change. Nothing is guaranteed. The only person you can always depend on is yourself. Yet becoming self-reliant does not mean becoming cold-hearted. It means helping others without depending on them for your happiness, strength, or survival. From that day forward, Arjun continued helping people, but he never built his life on promises. He built it on his own resilience, and that made all the difference. Moral lesson. Life teaches us that people may enter and leave, support us or disappoint us. Some relationships last forever, while others fade when circumstances change. Never become arrogant when people need you, and never become helpless when they leave. Learn to stand on your own feet, because self-reliance is a strength no one can take away. Trust people, love people, help people, but always be prepared to survive alone if life demands it. Thanks for tuning in. Before we go, a quick thank you to all of you. Big shout out to our listeners and viewers for making this show possible. Keep being awesome, and we'll see you in the next one. Your feedback and engagement keep us going. We appreciate every single one of you.